Good afternoon, guys and gals. This is DIY/CNC Woodworker here with you again. Just a little short clip today. I'm doing a carving here for the second time. Reason being, I spent a little over 6 hours yesterday doing this carving, and it came out great. It looked wonderful. I went up and showed it to my wife. Says, "Here it is, and look at this." And she says, "Well, items 2 and item 3 are identical." I said, "What do you mean they're identical? They're different." Well, what I'm doing is I'm making a plaque for myself. It's called the Pledge of Allegiance, and it's kind of the history of it. The original Pledge of Allegiance was in 18, where is it here? I got it here somewhere. 1892. And it was done by a socialist minister, Francis Bellamy, who lived from 1855 to 1931. Wow, he was old, wasn't he? And anyhow, it says, "I pledge allegiance to my flag and the republic for which it stands, one nation, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all." That was the original version. In 1923, the words, "the flag of the United States of America" was added, and it read, "I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all." And then in 1954, in response to the communist threat of the times, President Eisenhower encouraged Congress to add the words "under God," creating the current 31-word pledge that we say today. And it says, "I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all." So I'm carving all 3 of those. Kind of a historical plaque, I guess you could call it. And what I had done when I did that the third carving that Eisenhower changed, one nation, under God, that was the addition, the under God. I had left that out. And she looked at it one time and said, these are the same, 2 and 3. I said, "They can't be." And she said, "They are, look." And sure enough, they were. I guess I need to have her just proofread everything I do, because I read it and looked at it and checked it 3 times and it was okay. And then I sat there and let it carve for almost 6 hours. Well, it's doing it again, corrected this time. And I'm 8% done according to the computer. And I'm looking at, I started this about 1 o'clock, so it's going to be about 6, 7 o'clock, about 7 o'clock tonight. It says 5 hours and 52 minutes to carve. And that estimate is just that. It's just a rough, very rough estimate. I have found that most of my carvings I do run anywhere from 15 to 20, 25 minutes longer than what the estimate is. But at least I've got an estimate of time. That's better than when I didn't have anything before Inventables added that extra time estimate in about a year ago. So that's what I'm doing. It's now carving. I've got a 11 1/4 inch by 18 inch piece of red oak here. That 3/4 inch thick. Well, now it's a little over 1/8 of an inch less than 3/4, because I'm doing my carving 1/8 of an inch deep. And when I messed up yesterday, I had to run it through my thickness planer and re-thickness it and get all that old text off. So it's 3/4 of an inch minus 1/8, more or less. 1/8 and a tad. Anyhow, it's just carving away right now. So I thought I would film this portion of it, give an explanation of what I'm doing and why I'm doing it the second time. And I will stop the video at this point. And this evening, when it's finished carving, I'll come back and show you the completed plaque. Talk to you in a little bit. Well, good evening, ladies and gentlemen. The carving is completed, has been for a couple hours now. The problem is, when I went to record this portion of the video, my camera had expired. I guess the battery, either I didn't cut the camera off completely, or the camera decided to go dead or something. I don't know, but it wouldn't turn back on for me, so I had to bring it in and let it charge for a couple hours to get this far. But here the finished plaque is. I don't know if that's going to show up or not. On film, it usually looks a lot better on a computer than it does in this little screen I've got here on my camera. A bit of an explanation. What I was wanting to show you or tell you is that Inventables came out a year, I guess about a year or so ago, a little bit over a year, with a time estimator. And I thought, wow, that's great, because they didn't have that before, and you had no way of knowing how long your carving was going to take to be completed. And then they came out with this time estimator, and it'll tell you 2 hours, 3 hours, 4 hours, half hour, whatever. And I thought, man, that's fantastic. Well, I've come to find out that it's a good tool, but it is just a very, very rough estimate. I had a estimate of carving time on this just under 6 hours, 5 hours and 42, 48 minutes, something like that. Actual carving time was a little over 8 hours, right at 8 hours to get this carving completed. So you can see, like I said, it's a very rough estimate. Now, I don't know what parameters they use to set that up, if they use just certain bits that they sell. And if you're using a bit other than what they sell, then it throws that all off. I don't know. I don't know how they did that, but all I know is that every time I get a time estimate, it's always anywhere from 15 minutes to 45 minutes to an hour off. I use my little V-carve bit on this. Some people told me it's for carving PCB boards. Well, that may be, but it does great text carving for me, and that's what I use. And I use a .02 point, or at least when I put it into the machine, I tell the point size on this .02. So I'm going to assume, because of the difference in the bit size and everything, that's why the estimates are so far off. But again, it's better than nothing. It gives me some idea. And I now know, after doing this for the past year, that if it tells me it's going to be X amount of time, I know to add 15, 20, 30 minutes to that time to be a more accurate estimate of what the carving is going to take. But this is, the carving's done. What I had done in 1954, they put under God into the Pledge of Allegiance, which hadn't been there up to then. And for some reason, when I typed this up the first time and all and run it through, I did not put the under God in there. And consequently, I had to take this board out, run it through my thickness joiner, a planer, and plane all the old text off, sand it all down, get it all nice and smooth again, and then rerun it. So right now I've got close to 16 hours in carving this, and I'm still not done, because I got to go out in the garage and do all my sanding and finishing work. And that's another 2 to 3 hours worth of work. But just wanted to add this to it. Now I want to stop this video. I want to go back and load it up and on my computer, and hope that the first part of the video that I recorded earlier this afternoon all got recorded. I don't know, seeing how my camera was dead, so I'm hoping it did. If it didn't, then I won't post this video at all. So I thank you for watching. Again, appreciate it. If you are getting anything out of these other than a laugh, I'd appreciate it if you would yeah, become a subscriber. That's what I'm trying to say. You got to forgive me. I'm getting older every day. My mind sometimes just but anyhow, I thank you for watching. I'll get this finished up, and when it's done, I'll show you the finished product in a few days. For now, I hope you have a nice day, and God bless.